Beth, you're doing better now. Baby's heart rate is up, and Dr. Newman's gonna meet you in the OR.
Stay strong, all right? You can do it. Off you go.
That's good work, Doctor.
You once about yourself.
Thanks. I have to admit, though, I was pretty scared for a while.
Well, we both know how easily things can go wrong.
Yeah.
I've got to do the paperwork.
Yeah,
to the
I
desk.
have a patient, too. Yeah, I'll see.
All right.
Jamal, something is happening to me.
What is it?
I keep seeing his face over and over.
Who?
Cedric's.
What are you seeing?
At first, I just saw his face. And then he was in the warehouse. And I was there. And then he
He what?
I don't know. It's all a jumble. And the harder I try to remember, I can't.
You don't need to try, okay? You already know what happened.
Yeah, but if it's as easy as you say, then why can't I remember it like that?
It's because you're forcing it, okay? You need to just relax. Okay, and stop thinking about it like I keep telling you.
No. All these images and things that I keep seeing, they're coming out of nowhere. I'm not even trying to remember
it's
them.
It's like your mind is just playing tricks on you, okay? It's like a bad dream. Okay, half the time, you know, the things won't even make any sense. But most of the time, it's nothing that ever even happened.
I know. I kept telling myself that, but I still...
But what? What?
But I can't believe it anymore.
Well, you should believe it.
I can't! Jamal, look at me. I'm starting to remember what happened the night Cedric died, and I'm shaking. Okay, it's one thing for you to tell me what happened, but it's completely different for me to put it together in my mind, to remember exactly what happened, okay? That is what I am going through right now, and I'm scared. I'm really scared.
So what kind of move were you busting when it happened?
Heel flip.
Yeah, those can be pretty tricky.
You know what that is?
Sure. It's when you do an ollie, pushing down with your heel. Before it spins counterclockwise, then you land in right away.
Oh. How do you know that?
Well, who doesn't?
Practically every girl I've ever known.
Well, I'm not just any girl.
No kidding.
So can you do a backside 180?
Not without landing on my butt. Oops. Sorry.
Are you kidding? I've got 6 brothers. I've heard much worse language than that.
6 brothers? No way.
Way.
That's so cool.
Well, not all the time, but they did teach me a lot of cool stuff.
I wish I had a little brother I could teach things to.
Well, maybe you will someday.
Doubt it.
Why is that?
Just my mom and dad aren't even. It's just not gonna happen.
Hey, Jeff. How's the knee?
Did you reach my mom?
Couldn't get a hold of either of them. Line was busy.
Well, Frank wouldn't be there anymore.
Oh, is he working tonight?
I don't know. He moved out.
He moved out? When?
Today.
Listen, Neal. He and your mom probably just had a disagreement, okay? I'm sure when things cool down, he'll be back, okay?
No, Frank told me he's leaving. He said he couldn't live with my mom anymore. Remember last year when I was so sick? How close they were?
Yeah. You know they love you, right? Huh? I think your being sick just made them see how much. You know?
Yeah. That's why I thought... I just know they still love each other, but... I thought if I could get them together and they could talk it out and say they're sorry, maybe they could work things out.
Maybe.
Joe?
Yeah.
You think you could talk to them for me?
I would, Neal, I would. You know I'd do anything for you, but this is between your mom and your dad. I'm sorry, buddy, but that's just how relationships work, you know? Listen, I'll tell you what. I'll try paging your dad, okay? All right? I'll be right back.
Dr. Jacobs, psychiatrics.
Joe, if you want to stay with him, I can page Frank.
You know, I can't believe this. I mean, I knew they were having problems, but I thought after everything they've been through, everything Neal'd been through, they'd at least try to make it work.
Maybe they did.
Not hard enough.
Joe.
I mean, do you think they even thought for a minute what this would do to him? Hell no.
I'm sure they knew how hard this would be for him.
Hard. He went and banged himself up on purpose, Gabriella.
I know that.
And he's looking to me to fix it. What am I supposed to tell him, huh? How do I make a kid understand why two people can't be together?
Well, I'm still trying to figure that one out myself.
Eve?
Yeah, I'll be right there.
I just called the OR, and Beth and the baby are doing great. How are you?
I'm fine.
You sure?
Yeah. I guess it's just a little end of the shift meltdown, you know? You know how it is, right? Maybe you don't.
You think it doesn't get to me?
Does it?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm sorry. I know how involved you are with the clinic and everything,
And everything, yeah.
I guess I just, I took this one a little more personally than normal.
Is there anything I can do?
No, I'll be fine.
Sure you will. But you know, if you want to talk to someone, I've,
Thanks. I actually called my husband.
Great, no good. Of course you did, good.
Yeah, well, it's not good because he's unavailable. He's with a patient and he can't be reached.
Oh. Well, I'm not your husband, thank God. But maybe I'll do in a pinch, huh? Sorry if I overstepped my bounds. I was hoping that maybe I could help in some way.
Well, thank you. That's very nice. Just, it's personal. You know, I'd rather, I'm not comfortable. Hello?
Eve, it's Jamal.
Oh my gosh, where are you? Are you okay?
I don't know. That's why I'm calling you.
What do you mean?
Alison. She's,
What? She's what?
I think she's having like a mental breakdown or something. I don't know. She's got to see a doctor or something. She's freaking.
Where are you?
I'm at the Barrington's cabin on Mount Greer, at the end of Skyline Road.
Okay, keep her calm and warm. I'm on my way.
Is there anything I can do?
I gotta go.
You had a rough day. Maybe we should reconsider that.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
I'm sure you'll be fine. Wait a minute. Maybe we should call your husband and tell him to take you.
I told you my husband is not available. Now I have to go. Like you, I like to be there for people in trouble.
Did you get Mom or Frank?
Sorry, buddy.
He's on a run and your mom's line is still busy.
That figures. She's always on the phone.
Yeah, with whom?
Probably that Mrs. Barrington lady.
Amanda Barrington?
You know, the one with the granddaughter. Granddaughter who's missing.
Yeah. Well, don't worry. Gabriella will keep trying. In the meantime, how about a little acetaminophen for the pain, huh?
I'm not really that hurt.
Just thought it'd be a good way to get your parents in the same room, maybe scare them into making up.
I just don't want Frank to go.
You know he loves you, right? No matter what happens between him and your mom. Neal?
Every time I get a new dad, he disappears.
Hey, listen to me. Have I disappeared, huh?
No, but whenever I want to see you, Mom says you're busy.
She does. Well, I have been busy. But I'm never too busy for you. In fact, I'm going to take you home myself and make sure your mom knows that, okay?
Nice night for a drive.
What are you doing?
I'm going with you.
You don't even know where I'm going.
Something about someone being in trouble. Well, I thought I'd give you a hand. No questions asked. Buckle up.
Everything's gonna be all right, baby. All right? Help's on the way.
Jamal,
Hey, I'm right here.
I can't stop shivering.
Yeah, is that any better?
Little. Frank was right. God, I'm just gonna slow you down.
Don't worry about that, all right?
Why is it so cold in here, even with the fire going?
Look, I'll throw another log on, all right?
No, no, don't go.
All right, all right, all right. I'm not going anywhere. Right here.
All right. We have a jackknife truck ahead. No one's hurt. But we're gonna have to wait here until they move it.
Oh, great. That's great.
Is there another way up the mountain?
Not by car.
Well, I forgot my cape, so we can't fly. Did you bring hiking boots?
Yeah, I just happen to take them with me everywhere I go.
Good. Because those shoes are not very useful.
Why is everybody commenting on my shoes lately?
I'm just trying to lighten the mood. You seem very anxious.
Are you telling me to be calm? Because I really hate it when people tell me to be calm.
I'm telling you that I would love to worry right along with you if I knew what we were worrying about.
How long does it take to unjackknife a truck?
You're not going to tell me where we're going.
We're going nowhere. Fast.
Come on, you can trust me. I'm practically your hostage.
Hey, I did not ask you to get in this car with me.
I know that. I'm a volunteer hostage. But I would love to know what I volunteered for.
All right, fine. Maybe you can help. Jamal called. Alison is in trouble.
What kind of trouble?
He didn't say exactly.
Why didn't he call 911?
Well, probably because he was afraid that the paramedics would bring the police along with him.
Oh, boy. Being a fugitive comes with all kinds of
You
complications.
know what? If you have a problem with this, you can just get the hell out of the car.
We're talking about someone who's wanted for kidnapping.
Jamal assured me he did not kidnap Alison.
Ah, very good. Was that before or after he ran out on that bail that you posted for him?
He didn't run very far.
In for a penny, in for a pound.
Is that supposed to make me feel better? That I have your approval?
I didn't know you were asking for it.
No, I don't want it. I just wouldn't want you violating any of your sacred moral codes.
Sacred moral codes? I landed on the wrong side of the law more times than you can imagine.
Okay, fine. Then tell Mrs. Barrington I have an idea on how to find her granddaughter.
Oh, I have my sources.
No, no, I need to tell her myself.
Thanks. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Hey. What are you doing here? I thought you were with Nate. Huh? Joe?
Courtney?
Well, come on in and make yourself at home.
Has Frank come home yet?
No, sweetie. Why would your dad be here, huh? Hey, what happened, huh? What did you do?
Skateboard accident. He just scraped his knee, that's all.
Why didn't you call me?
I tried. Several times. Your line was busy.
'Cause you're always on the stupid phone.
Neal, that's not true.
I was in the hospital and you didn't even know. 'Cause you're too busy to even care.
My head.
Does it hurt?
Yeah. I think it's from trying to remember so hard what happened with Cedric when he died.
No, but don't try so hard. All right?
What is the matter with me?
The mind's a funny thing, you know? Sometimes it just doesn't want to remember.
But I have all of these crazy images, flashing in and out of my head. And I feel like my brain is caught in this, bizarre disco. Only without the village people.
See, now that's scary.
Yeah. But it's not as scary as seeing Cedric every time I close my eyes. His face, it's so clear. And it's right there in front of me. And then all of a sudden it just disappears. And it's all a blank.
You just leave it blank. Okay?
But if I could just get past seeing him, seeing his face, then I could remember all of the other stuff, Like how you were fighting with him and how he fell down the stairs.
But what you need to be doing is just trying to forget about that whole night.
No, but I have all of these bits of memory that are just surfacing all on their own. I think I was holding something. And I think it was a phone.
If you're anything like the woman I know, and you got a phone growing out of your ear right here, it probably had nothing to even do with that night.
No, it did. It was from that night.
Yeah? And how do you know?
It was my head. When I see it, it pounds. And I feel like it's just gonna burst.
That's what I'm talking about. You're gonna get yourself sick over this.
Why can't I just remember it happening the way that you said?
Look, you heard what the doctor told you. It's gonna take some time.
No, but we don't have time, Jamal. The cops, they could come through the door any minute.
Just, show me how to play this thing. Sit down.
No, this thing is broken. It's just like me. Look, maybe you can tell me what happened from that night.
All that's gonna do is just make you feel worse than you already do.
I don't care. I need for you to tell me. I need to remember what happened.
Oh, God. What are they using up there? A toy tow truck?
So even someone as headstrong as you can't make
What do
this
you mean
car-
by that, headstrong?
I meant this a compliment. I was,
No, you didn't. You mean I'm stubborn and pig-headed?
Yes. And persistent and determined. These are all admirable traits, and I think we may share some of them.
Oh, I guess that's supposed to be a compliment, then.
It worked out pretty well today. We saved 2 lives.
A pregnant girl should know to go see a doctor. I don't care how afraid she is or how alone. There is no excuse.
I think we got through to Beth loud and clear.
It didn't have to happen.
You can't tell a girl like that what to
I'm
do.
not talking about that. There was a time and a place where I could have stopped it from happening.
And what exactly is this horrible crime that I'm supposed to be responsible for, huh?
Well, Courtney, if you weren't so busy chasing the pot at the end of the rainbow, you might have noticed if Neal's having a tough time with Frank's leaving.
Yeah, that's right. Frank left. Frank walked out on this family, not me.
For God's sake, Courtney, can we just keep this about Neal? He obviously thought if he was hurt, it would bring you two together. That's why he came to the ER for me to treat him.
You treated him.
Yes, I treated him. Oh, come on, I wore gloves. I always do, Courtney.
I'm just trying to protect Neal.
So who the hell's gonna protect him from you, huh?
This isn't about any pregnant girl, is it? This is about you.
I was very young. I'm alone and afraid. But that's no excuse. He was my responsibility.
You lost a child.
You know, when I was a kid, I used to dream about being a mom someday. And I was going to be a really good mom, unlike mine. I wanted someone to love, and someone who would love me back.
Everybody wants that.
Yeah, but not everybody's so desperate for it that they end up doing things. At first, I was in denial about being pregnant. I was in denial about a lot of things back then. I was living hand to mouth. I had nowhere to go. I had no one to go with. But after a couple months, I had to deal with the fact that I was really pregnant. And some days it was like this burden, this horrible thing, and other days it was this miracle. But no matter how I felt about being pregnant, I had a responsibility to that child inside me. He needed me. I let him down. I failed him, you know, but I still dream about having kids someday. But no matter how many kids I have, they won't be my firstborn. My firstborn died. Oh, God, you'd think I'd get over it by now.
Eve, I don't mean to...
You know what? Please, it's okay. I don't need your sympathy. You don't need to tell me that it's not my fault. Or that, you know, I should leave the past in the past.
I wouldn't do that. Losing someone is hell. And yes, people say you get over it, that time heals all wounds. But it doesn't. Some things stay with you every minute of every day. But if somehow you can keep the pain alive, you can keep that person alive, and you can keep them with you. And then you can pray to God that one day you'll have a chance to stop someone else from making the same mistake. Like you did today. You saved Beth and you saved that child.
Yeah. You're right. And the whole time I was looking at Beth, I was really seeing me. Thinking about what I could have done, what I should have done.
You don't think people start out wanting to make the wrong choice, do you? They don't. My sister, Grania, she was the baby of the family. Very kind, beautiful. Smart, very smart. Too smart for her own good, maybe. And she had everything going for her, everything to live for. But being 17, pregnant, and alone is not the best combination. Where I come from. So she made a choice. She had an abortion. An illegal abortion. And the man who did it, who had the nerve to call himself a doctor, he botched it, and she died. She bled to death in my brother's arms. While I was off learning how to heal the sick. Oh, and I swear, I see her stubborn face on every young woman that asks my advice. Everyone. Everyone.
So, This is why you want to save the whole world.
Oh.
Because you couldn't save your sister. Sort of a penance.
I don't know about that. Call it what you will.
Does it work?
Sometimes, in the middle of the night when you're caught between this world and that, you find a little peace. But for the rest of the time, I find my inspiration in the pain.
Ian,
It's all right. It's all right. We're both a little tired from the day, aren't we?
Yeah. Yeah, we are.
Well, the road's clear. Time for us to move on.
Ever since I've known you, you never know when to quit.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna start now, especially with your life at stake.
Look, don't worry about me.
Look, I'm worried about the both of us, okay? Please.
I came to the warehouse, all right?
Why?
To look for you. I heard you were late for your shift.
How did you know to look for me at the warehouse? I don't understand.
I don't know, it was a feeling I had. So.
That's the funny thing about us.
Yeah.
Okay, so what next?
You know, I went in there, and when I got inside, I don't know, I knew something was up, because, I guess because it was so quiet, you know, it was too quiet. So I called out Cedric's name, and I don't know, I heard some yelling upstairs, you know, it sounded like a woman's voice, but
But you didn't know it was me?
no, I wasn't sure. Then I heard some screaming, and then that's when I ran upstairs, and I found you and Cedric.
And we were fighting?
Yeah, something like that.
Look, Jamal, you've got to tell me.
All right, you were trying to get away from him, but
But what?
I don't know, he was slamming on you pretty hard, you know?
And that's where I got all these cuts and bruises from?
Yeah. And, anyway, I yelled for him to stop and everything, and, you know, but that fool ignored me, so,
So
you know.
what? Keep going.
Look, do you want to hear this again?
Yes, every word.
All right, so I go over there, and I pull Cedric off you. I get between you guys, and, as soon as I get you away from him, he comes after me, you know? And, so somehow we end up, you know, by the staircase and everything, and, you know, he hits me a couple of times. And then when I hit him, he just, you know, falls down the stairs.
So you saved my life.
No, I'm no hero. You saved yourself.
Really?
Yeah, I wouldn't lie to you.
Yeah. I guess I just did what I had to.
Yeah, if I ever get in a jam again, I want you to want to watch my back. You know?
Just like you watched mine.
Yeah, that's right, baby. I took care of everything for you. Everything.
I have always taken care of Neal, and that is not going to change now. I am the one thing, I am the only thing that he can count on.
Yeah, I know. That's you. Mother of the Year.
Joe, wait. Hey, where are you going?
Spend the night at Joe's.
Honey, don't you think you should stay here with me?
I want to go with Joe.
Okay, yeah, fine, go ahead.
Great.
Hey, Neal. Come on, where's my goodnight kiss? Hey.
yourself, Courtney.
Hey, Alison! Are you okay? Alison! Hey, are you okay?
Yeah, I think so. Where's Jamal?
Doesn't look like he's here.
He said he wouldn't leave me. He promised he wouldn't leave me.
Hey, let's look for Jamal later, okay? Right now, I'm worried about you.
He left because I am so screwed up.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, I had trouble logging onto your database for birth records. That'd be great. Great, thanks. Yeah, 1982. Name is Olivia Locke. L-O-C-K-E. Nothing. Okay. Okay, look, thank you.
Have you seen Eve?
Not lately. Of course, I'm not her husband.
But you are the chief resident. Forget it.
All right, Kevin, oh, relax, sorry. When's the last you heard of her?
She left a message last night. She said she had an emergency, and that's the last I heard of her.
Did you try the ER?
She never showed up.
What about the on-call room?
I've looked everywhere.
Eve, the sun's come up.
Alison, I know you're upset, but we really have to get you back to Port Charles now.
We are not leaving without Jamal.
Do you know where he is?
He probably left to go get food, okay, while I was sleeping.
Well, Ian and I have... Dr. Thornhart and I have been here for a few hours now, so... if he had gone to do an errand, don't you think he'd be back by now?
Well, maybe he had a flat. I stuck a hairpin in his tire, okay, and he had to fix it with that spare in a can, and maybe he's had a blowout and he's off to the side of the road or something.
We would have passed him on the way. I checked, there's only one road up to this place.
Then look again, okay, because after all that he's done for me, I am not leaving him behind.
What if he's left you?
How many times have you paged her?
That makes 6.
She didn't give you any clue as to what this emergency was?
Just that a patient needed her.
Well, that's Eve. You know, when someone that she cares about needs some help, she's gonna be right there for them. Probably gonna drive you crazy.
It's called compassion.
Yeah, I'll try to remember that. It's not easy, is it? Knowing that the woman you love is out there somewhere and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, I guess you're still worried about Julie.
Scott and Lucy really go off looking for Christina?
They're determined to bring their daughter back home.
You know something, Kevin? I'm convinced that Julie never would have left with the baby if she thought she could work things out here. Just so many people were giving Scott and Lucy lousy advice. You know, oh, keep Julie away from the baby at all costs. What a great idea that was.
People started playing hardball from the moment Julie came forward. And I don't recall anyone using the word compromise, including you.
Yeah, okay, then I made a mistake. Because the Baldwins, you know, filthy rich and loaded with powerful friends, decided to squash Julie like a bug. Now we're all paying the price.
Kevin Collins?
Kevin, it's Eve.
Are you all right? Is that Eve?
I'm fine.
Well, where have you been? I've been paging you for hours.
I'm sorry, I'm out of range here. I'm with Alison at her family cabin. She is starting to remember what happened the night Cedric died. And she is really fragile.
That's what I was afraid of, Eve.
Well, what can I do for her?
Bring her into the hospital right now. I'll take over when you get here.
Okay, we're on our way.
Eve, I can't keep quiet about this. I have to call the police. Can you live with that?
Absolutely. Jamal did not kidnap Alison. In fact, he's the one that called me to come and help her.
Where is he?
Disappeared. He took off. Alison has this feeling that he's going to come back, but I'm trying to convince her he's not.
All right, just hurry back. And Eve?
Last minute instructions?
I love you.
That I can handle.
Eve, okay?
Yeah, so far.
Must be a relief. To know, I mean.
Yes, it is.
It's good she has you to depend on.
Something on your mind, Ramsey?
Yeah, sort of.
Fire away.
Well, but not here. It's kind of personal.
What do you think you're doing? That's my mother.
I'm just trying to find out what makes her tick. Isn't that what you wanted?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Who's that she's talking to? Why are you whispering?
Nobody ever talks about her.
Well, let's get a little closer and listen in. Afraid of what you might find out?
They have a right to their secrets.
No. Families with secrets are pure poison, and yet there they are. Sister, whispering, shutting you out.
I don't care.
Yes, you do. You feel completely abandoned by them, like you're not good enough to know those secrets.
What you said to Dr. Collins about bringing me back, it's not going to happen.
Why not? Allison, you need help. You need help reliving these memories about the night Cedric died. Kevin can be your guide.
No. I am not giving Cedric another thought until I know that Jamal is safe for sure.
Well, it seems to me maybe that's what Jamal wanted, too.
What?
For you to be safe and sound.
Well, then why did he just leave me here all alone?
He didn't. He called Dr. Lambert, made sure that you were taken care of. Maybe he wanted to give you some time to try to sort through what happened at the warehouse.
Do you know that for sure?
No, I don't. But you could come up with that one important detail that could clear him of murder. You don't think he just up and left you, do you?
No,
I don't either. You gotta straighten yourself out, otherwise you're gonna be no good to anybody.
But what if he comes back? Then what do I do?
Listen, Allison, believe me, when he wants to find you, he'll know exactly where to look.
I know this is hard, but it does take a lot more courage to stand and fight than it does to run.
Okay, I don't need the whole rah-rah macho speech. Although I sort of like that you said it. I'll just get my stuff.
Wow. Not bad, Doctor.
What?
What? You talk to her like a human being, you know? No yelling, no big lectures.
Do you think I'm actually, growing as a person?
Merely an observation.
I see.
All right, fine, I'll admit it. Having you around hasn't been terrible. How's that? Will that do?
That'll do fine. Doctor.
Finally, what took you so long?
American health food. Who wants a bear claw?
Oh, sounds good. Allison, are you hungry?
Probably.
When's the last time you ate?
Well, Jamal was about to fix me something, but then we heard on the radio that you people thought I was kidnapped.
Well, we people didn't know what to think. Jamal left and then you disappeared.
Oh, God, like you would really think that he would hurt me.
Why wouldn't we?
Because he's so sweet. He's got a lot of attitude. You know, but he was so nice to me, and you should have seen the way he took care of me.
Well, he owes you. You've been a really good friend.
You think so?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I guess it just kind of snuck up on me that I cared about what happened to him.
It's funny how things work out like that sometimes. You know, when Kevin and I first met, yeah, we got along and everything, but it wasn't like goosebumps, you know? And then we helped each other through some pretty hard times. And all of a sudden, one day, everything just changed, and I just couldn't wait to see his face and see his smile and hear his voice.
But like every day, right?
Mm-hmm. I guess maybe it's just a female thing, huh, Doctor?
Oh, I don't. I'm taking notes. Thinking of writing a book about the weird ways of women.
Oh, come on, like you've never fallen for someone without being aware of it?
Times without number.
Okay, so, give us all the gory details. Come on.
No. Said that I'll drive you home. Miss Barton needs some looking after, and your husband needs to see your loving face. Buckle up. You two in the back.
Ramsey?
This is hard for me, okay?
Fine. Maybe you'd like to see someone else about it.
No, Kevin, please. I mean, you were the one who told me when Julie left if I needed to talk or wanted some help.
Well, then what is it? Don't tell me you've heard from her.
Oh, no. No, I doubt I ever will. No, it's just... See, I've been dumped before by women. It's just not often. Of course, it's just... I've been dumped before, okay? But this time it's different somehow. I don't understand.
You were married to the woman, Chris. It wasn't a one-night stand. You loved her.
I thought I did. I thought she loved me, too. I mean, we had plans, Kevin. We were going to start a family of our own, raise Christina. I thought that's what she wanted.
Well, she probably did until the situation made her desperate.
Yeah, but I loved her so blindly. I couldn't see what everybody else saw, that she was psycho.
Do you really believe that?
I mean, come on, Kevin, you know what it was like. I mean, you dated, what's her name, Rachel's sister. I mean, you weren't married.
No, and leave Grace out of it.
I'm just talking about levels of trust.
Looking into my personal life won't help you with yours, all right?
Sorry, I didn't mean to touch a nerve.
What's the purpose of this, Ramsey?
I just wanted to get some advice.
About?
About how to get over this. Even after everything Julie did to me, I'm still not over her. I mean, what did you do to get past everything that happened to you?
She died.
Yeah, well, I don't think Julie's gonna make it that easy for me. Wherever she is.
If you really want to find out why it's so hard to let go of Julie, then you need to see a therapist who can be more objective than I can.
No. I don't need my head
Then why come to me? We've never been friends.
Because at least when I talk to you about Julie, I know you're gonna give it to me straight.
If that's what you want, fine. I'm willing to listen. But not now.
Whenever you have the time.
I'll let you know.
She was here. And Grace.
You mean you don't know?
I never knew people disappear.
Right. And Grace? Now your mother.
No, Mom's right there.
But she's fading away, isn't she? That's what you're really afraid of, isn't it? Something is eating her up. You need to find out what that is.
Why can't I stay with you on Port Charles? Why do you want me to go away? What are you so afraid of? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Mom, I can't hear you.
Finally. Alison, how do you feel?
Her memory's starting to come back in bits and pieces.
But it's all jumbled. And it's really scaring me.
I'm sure it is. But it's gonna be all right. They're only memories. I'll help you through it. But you have to be willing to do some work, too.
Oh, I'm ready. I think.
Well, first we'll have you looked at, make sure you're all right.
Denise? Yeah. Could you find Alison a nice, comfortable private room, please?
And check her vitals. We want to make sure she's not dehydrated. Sure. Come on, thanks.
Wait. Look, I really appreciate you caring enough to come look for me. And also trying to talk some sense into me. You've had a chance, right?
So, you were with my wife during her errand of mercy.
Oh, well, you were busy with the patient, and I could see she was upset.
I wasn't upset. I was just a little bit stressed out. It was nothing I couldn't handle on my own.
He's very adamant about it.
Given everything Alison's been through, she looks pretty decent.
It was all Eve. She heard the girl was in trouble, and she jumped right in.
No, it wasn't all me. You're the one that talked her into coming back with us.
Gives me a whole new appreciation for what you head shrinkers do. Let me see what kind of crashes I missed while I was out gallivanting with Dr. Lambert.
Oh, yes. Well, being an angel of mercy can catch up to you.
Especially when I know you were worried about me.
Worried about you? Why? Simply because you jumped in head first into a dangerous situation without looking?
Well, I wouldn't call it dangerous.
The police have shoot-to-kill orders.
Well, I admit it was a little bit hairy at certain times, and I actually did ask myself what the hell I was doing there, but what else am I supposed to do?
Nothing. I guess. Given the person that you are. Actually, I'm proud of you.
Wow. Well, it has been a long day and night.
And it's already another new day.
All I want to do is go home and get straight into bed.
And all I want to do is tuck you in.
Who is it?
It's Chris Ramsey. Charlie?
I don't feel much like visitors.
No, I can tell. You look like you lost your best friend. Sit down. What happened? You get bad news?
I wish. I mean, bad news would be easier to deal with than...
Then what?
Look, I don't want to talk about it.
Well, you know, maybe you don't want to talk about it with me. Charlie, but you should be with someone. I mean, where's Lucy?
She went away. She and Scott to look for the baby.
Well, why don't you give me a shot, huh? Look, you don't even have to talk if you don't want to. Just treat me like a potted plant. See, there's a smile.
A small one.
Well, it's a start. Come on, look at me like a big brother. And remember, no matter how bad things are now, they're only gonna get better. Come here. Talk to me.
I was fighting so hard, but the water kept pulling me down deeper and deeper. I knew I was drowning.
It's just a bad dream.
But it keeps coming back.
Well, what can I do to help?
Nothing.
Come on, Charlie, there's gotta be something.
There's only one thing that can help.
Well, what's that?
I have to leave Port Charles.
Well, we gave her the once-over, and I am happy to report that physically she's in great shape.
Yeah, but mentally I'm just a basket case.
You are not a basket case.
Oh, well, thanks, but I thought that Dr. Collins was the wacko expert.
Well, that's one way to put it.
Which is why I am leaving you in very capable hands, okay?
So you really think that you can look into the dark recesses of my mind and uncover all my hidden secrets?
So I analyzed this, did you?
Were you as good as Billy Crystal?
Well, I doubt I'll be asked to host the Oscars anytime soon, but I'm pretty confident I can help you uncover your memories. But it'll take some time.
Well, I hope not too much. I've already started to remember a little.
I know, I heard. But you can't push this.
Jamal needs my help.
And I know how much you want to help him. But Alison, if you do this the wrong way, you won't be able to help him. Whatever it was you saw was traumatic. Your mind shutting down is its own way of protecting you. So it's very important that we uncover the memories carefully and slowly.
Kevin's busy.
So am I.
Excuse me, I'm with a patient.
Not anymore. I spoke to Amanda Barrington, and I'm taking over Alison's case.
You need to leave my office.
Not without my patient.
Alison, you didn't get a chance to freshen up. Let's go do that in the on-call room while Kevin straightens this out.
Sure, I can check my messages.
Good. Good idea.
All right, what are you up to?
I'm not up to anything. I told Amanda that Alison would be better off with a more aggressive approach.
Alison's 18. She can choose her own doctor.
But her grandmother certainly can be determined to get her own way.
Something you two have in common.
When it comes to the welfare of a patient, yes.
What do you know about Alison's welfare?
What I know is that you haven't helped her at all. In fact, you've made the situation worse.
You want to tell me what the hell you're talking about?
She ran away while she was under your care. That certainly doesn't bode well for your methods. It's time to try something else.
Well, thank you for your opinion. But until Alison tells me otherwise, I'll continue to treat her.
Oh, with what? With what? This talk therapy of yours? She's going to be collecting Social Security before she remembers a thing.
What's your approach? Beat her over the head with a hammer?
Happens to be a very promising cutting-edge treatment.
Something you're afraid to share with me, Rachel? Well, come on. I'll hear about it at the weekly roundtable anyway, so you might as well tell me now.
All right, fine. I plan on giving Alison a short-acting barbiturate.
A barbiturate?
Yes. To help her release her inhibitions, to help her with the repressed memories so that they can surface.
In other words, you want to drug her into remembering.
If it does the job quickly as opposed to the slow torture you have in mind.
Oh, it'll put the job on a fast track, that's for sure. It could also shut her down completely.
The sooner Alison remembers what it is she's blocking, the better chance she has at a full recovery. And if you weren't so hell-bent on playing it safe, you'd see that.
All I see is you furthering your own agenda.
Excuse me?
All you're trying to do is get in good with Amanda Barrington so you can get back that power you lost.
You know what? It really doesn't surprise me that you see it that way. Especially since you're afraid to exert any power as a doctor.
What you're proposing is radical and unwarranted.
What I'm proposing is valid and effective medicine.
According to whom?
The fact is, your lead them on a journey technique technique is outdated, Kevin. Alison needs someone who's not afraid to take charge, and that sure is Alison you.
Well, working on your game?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. And you?
Well, I'm actually winning.
Well, kind of hard to lose when you're the only competition.
That sounds like a challenge.
Are you up for it?
Yes, I am.
Good.
Just to make it interesting, loser buys lunch.
Oh, well, I hope you brought a lot of cash because I am starving.
You got lucky last time.
Oh, whatever. I kicked your butt.
Well, that was then.
Uh-huh. And this is now.
Gabriella, before we start, I just wanted to thank you for helping out with Neal yesterday.
Well, one of the advantages of having 6 brothers is that I know how to talk to guys.
I think he has a crush on you. Understandable, I guess.
So how's he doing, Neal?
Well, considering his dad moved out and he's left with Courtney, not too bad.
So are you and Frank getting along any better?
What do you mean?
Well, I thought I sensed a little tension there.
Well, there's always tension with Frank. Come on, let's play.
I'm ready. So, why is that?
Why's what?
Why the tension with your brother? Oh, nice shot.
It just becomes a habit. It's just that Frank always has to win, you know? Oh, Scanlon scores the first goal.
Oh, it's lucky it doesn't run in the family.
You gotta play or talk.
Nothing. No pages, no voicemail, no messages on my answering machine. God, this is the age of technology, okay? A person should keep in touch.
He will. He will.
What if something's happened, okay? What if he's hurt or something?
Alison Barrington? Bart Grayson from the Port Charles Herald.
Hey, wait a minute. How did you get up here? There's no press allowed on patient
Just
floors.
one question. Did the killer harm you in any way?
No, and he's not a
Do
killer.
you have any idea where he
if
is
you don't
now?
leave now, I'm going to call security and have them
Come
throw
on,
you
Doc.
out.
I just need to know if the kidnapper is...
Jamal did not kidnap me, okay? And he is not a killer.
All right, buddy, it's time to get lost.
Who are you?
I am the guy throwing you out. Come on.
Come on. It's okay. He's just looking for headlines. He's nothing.
I was hoping you'd still be here.
Listen, she is in no mood to answer any questions right now at all, okay?
And even if I was, I don't remember a thing.
You can remember what happened at your parents' cabin.
Nothing happened, okay? I went up there for a little R&R. No law against that, is there?
Not unless you were held against your will.
Well, I wasn't.
And when she called you, you didn't contact the police because?
Doctor-patient confidentiality.
Confidentiality. Either of you know where Jamal is?
No.
Just so you know, we are going to find him. I'll be in touch.
Come on.
It's okay.
What happened?
Garcia got her all rattled.
I'm sorry. You want to go back to my office? We'll talk about it.
What about Dr. Locke?
Well, who you choose to work with is your choice.
But you know who's got my vote. But Kevin's right. It's your choice.
Well, I want to work with you.
Good. Then let's get started.
I need to talk to Frank about something.
Well, there'll be plenty of time for that later, I promise.
I'll let him know, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Later. Let's go.
Dr. Adams to cardiology. Dr. Monique Adams to cardiology.
Why do you think leaving Port Charles is going to solve anything?
I don't know. I've had these nightmares my whole life, but ever since I came here, they've gotten